Alright, so today I'm going to organize my tools and go over them while I'm organizing them. Let's clear out a spot here. So this was a Makita case that I used, that I turned into my my driver, my bit drivers case. This was off Amazon. I think it was called Paco or something. 6-piece Allen key or hex head bits. Because usually you don't need everything that comes in one of those massive bit kits. So only get like what you need and then just kind of put it together, instead of having a ton of tools that you don't need. So I have a bit driver right here, and this is Great Neck. This is one thing that you have to buy independent from everything else. 1/4-inch bit driver. And I like this because it's got a forward and a reverse. See? And how I found this was, I don't know if anybody's ever remembered the old Chapman sets, but a Chapman set was a bit driver. Alright, so the reason why I like this one, this Great Neck one, I had to shave it down here on the edge so I could fit it in my little bit driver case. Alright, so the reason why I like this one is because you can put it in this way like it's supposed to be used, right? So you can go one way and you can flip it the other way and go the other way. See, it'll go in reverse. You can reverse it. But what I like about this is that you can take a 1/4-inch bit and put it in backwards. Look at that. You just made your bit half the size that it was. And this is just a standard 1/4-inch bit. That's why I like these, and I don't recommend using a Chapman. And there are some other ones that have a little flip switch on the side here. Don't get those. Get this one that has the little flip switch right here. See it? Quarter-inch bit driver, Great Neck. And this bit driver set that comes from, I think it is called Paco, P-A-C-O. It goes all the way up to 9 or 10. Can't remember what it was. I think this is 9. But I haven't found anything out of here that hasn't used... Oh, that's an 8, so I'm missing a 9. I haven't used anything that wasn't bigger than like a 10 or something like that. I did on one occasion have an Allen key that used what was it? It was a standard size. Oh, and I hate standard sizes. If you know me, I like metric. It's a nice even number, and even all my tools are metric. So because there's usually a metric for every metric or standard there's a metric that will fit it. So that's why I just use metric and not standard. Except the drivers, I do use these. 3/8 driver for impact. And you can put the socket on here. See? So here's a socket. this is the socket. This is a socket. Now I used to just color code these, but I keep forgetting, like, over time if I don't use them for a while. So I had to put the size on there so I could remember what sizes they were. But anyways, so 14 millimeter, right? 14 millimeter is equivalent to 9/16. So all I did was just use a label printer, and then wrap that around there. Now these will change color if they get hot, so because those numbers are put on there, you know, with thermal. But anyways, that's what I use. I use an impact driver. Impact. So I use these three these 3/4 where is it? Shit. Not 3/4, 3/8. 3/8 driver. Shit, is that 3/8 or 5/8? I think these said 3. No, that would be 3/8 would be like that. This has to be a 5/8 driver. Okay, maybe 5/8. You know what? Man, I can't even remember those numbers. I know there's a 1/4 inch driver, but maybe it's 3/8. Can't be 3/8. It's gotta be 5/8. 5/8 would be no, because 5/8 would be over half inch. So, anyways, I do have this micrometer. It's a 6-inch micrometer. Has a little watch battery that it uses. Let me see what size battery this is. It's an LR44. You know, in case I ever forget, I can always just look on here, watch my video again. You always want to keep your batteries separate from the tool, and it has a little button right here. It has a little space for the battery. Okay, so let's see what we're done. Okay, zero that out and go to, that's millimeter. We want inches. All you gotta do is just push that button and it'll give you inches. Zero it out. Okay, yeah. Yep, 3/8. 3/8 driver. Okay. Turn it off. Pull the battery out. Put the battery back in the little button in the little space. Put the cover back on. And there you go. Just like that. What brand is it? Stainless steel hardened. It says, what's it say? 0 to 150 millimeter digital caliper. Alright. So anyways, I used this 3/8 driver and I put it in this Makita 18 volt. Now this isn't a brushless, this is the brushed one, but I've had this since 2010 and we're in 2020 now. Just to let you know how long these things have actually lasted me, and they work perfectly fine still. I've never had to mess with the brushes or anything, and I've used these daily in the dirt, as you can see. The only thing I did have an issue with is this front cover, and it's a minor thing. This thing just came off of the drill, or the impact, but it came in a kit where you had 2 of them like this. So you had a drill, you have a drill, and you have a driver impact. And on here, it even has drill. See the little drill bit right here? And then you have a clutch on it, so it won't yank your hand off. Do not get the 12 volt, get the 18 volt. If you're going to get these, get the 18 volts. All right, don't get the 12 volt. I don't know why they make 12 volts anymore for anything. These are small enough. Look how small this is. This is the size of my hand, and this was made 10 years ago. All right, they make subcompact 18 volts that are brushless. They're smaller than this. They still are 18 volt. Get the 18 volts, not the 12. I don't know why anybody uses 12 volt anymore. That was like out in the 1990s, the late 90s, like 1998. There should be no excuse anybody's using the. There's no excuse anybody should be using 12 volt battery stuff after 2010. That's when they all went brushless and whatever, okay? If it was up to me, I would make the battery packs 24 volt because you can stack 24 volt. You can, like, 24, 48, 60 something, 72, 96, 120, 240, and so on. And then that way you would get, if you double stack your two batteries, 224 volts, you'll get 48 volts. And that's plenty enough to run, you know, a full-size skill saw or a weed whacker or a lawnmower or whatever else you want to do. All right, so where were we? All right, the bits. Okay, so you want Allen key bits. You want to get the Great Neck bit ratchet. You want to have, where is it? You want to have your drivers in here. These are like your common drivers that they use. Let's see if it's got a measurement on here. They're all worn off. Couldn't tell you. But you know, they're for electrical boxes or self-tapping screws or whatever. I think one of them's a 1/4 inch, yeah. So another one's a 1/4 inch driver. So if you have a bit, then you can use this. If you need to do something like that, gives you an option. All right, so you want to have a 3/8 driver, socket driver, and a 1/4 inch socket driver. And I'll tell you why. Back in the day, yeah, I would say you'd need like a 1/2 inch or whatever, 1/2 inch driver, because the materials weren't as good, or the manufacturing techniques weren't for metallurgy. But what you can do is this. You can use your 3/8 driver if I can get this thing off of here. And you can get yourself a 3/8 to 1/2 inch adapter. All right, so 3/8 goes in here. Then you can put a 1/2 inch socket on here. Where is it? All right. Like this. Ta-da! Now you have a 3/8 1/2 inch driver. 1/2 inch. 1/2 inch impact. Just like that. Bam. You want a 3/4 driver It's only been on rare occasion that I've ever needed to use a socket that took a 3/4 socket on here. But by the time when you're getting something that big, you want to make sure you've got this hardened steel stuff. See it? Who makes that? Nico. 3/4 to 1/2 inch. So we've got 3/8 to 1/2, 1/2 to 3/4. Now, if you're going all day long with something where you got to use something like this, anything I've ever used that was this big, you're gonna need a big ass ratchet anyways. A breaker bar. All right, you're gonna need a breaker bar when you get to this size. So anybody that says you can't use a 3/8 drive to just spin the nuts on, they're lying to you. And if you need to, get yourself a 1/2 inch impact. Okay, you can do that. You can get the 1/2 inch impact, which is like this, but it's got a 1/2 inch already built onto the front. Then you get yourself a 3/4 adapter and then stick it on that sucker. And I'll tell you what, if this won't break it off of there, you can always use the 1/2 inch to do it. All right. And if your 1/2 inch Makita Impact can't take it off, then you're gonna need a breaker bar anyways. So there you go. Save some effort there. It's always nice to have a spare one of these 3/8 drives. So if you have that buddy that you're working with that doesn't have one, you can always give him one. Or if you break one, or he loses one, or she, whoever is you're working with. They make sure that they have their shit together. All right, so that should be it. And these are just random things. They did go to this star bit type for screws. Here, let's see if that'll focus. All right, they did go to this star bit. Okay. For like deck screws and the screws in general. I think they're moving away from this actual Phillips head. This Phillips head style. And going to this. So what you do is just put your little bits in there. Can't remember where I got this holder from. It might have been like a cheap pocket thing. But I do like these little bit holders. Those are pretty cool. Let's see what else do I have in here. A center punch. I'm gonna have to fix that. I think I kept one of these in there. And I always keep a small drill bit in there if I need to do like pilot holes or just anything in general. You know what? I could probably fix this while I'm here with this without having to put it in a vise. Maybe. Ow, fuck. Nope, broke it. God damn it. Okay, well, I'll use that for something. I'll use it for something. License plate tool remover. I don't think I ever really carry that with me, so I won't mess with it. I won't put it in there. We got in here another 3/8. 3/8 driver. Put that in there. I'll put these in my actual bit thing. So I do have these DeWalt's. This is all I'd recommend having, are these type, this bit set like this, a small one, where it goes up to a 1/2 inch. See, so 1/2, 3/8, 5/16, 1/4, all the way down to there. What else? 7/64. So I think I've used one of those before. 3/32 for actual drill specifics. But yeah, I'm one of those people that just doesn't, you know, I don't read the bits when I put them back in there. I just kind of eyeball one that fits, unless it's actually something that I need to be using. Alright, so this one's bigger than that. Just like that. And then if you can find the replacements for these, then that's fine. I've never really had to resharpen one of these things, so don't ask me how to do that. I'm sure there's a way. And DeWalt, as far as I'm concerned, they make good drill bits, but as far as tools, not really my thing. Maybe back in 1998, 96. That would have been a thing, because DeWalt actually used to make, like, they used to come out, they used to be like Ryobi, where they just came out with things, you know, they were actually the first ones, I believe, that came out with all the portable stuff, you know, like the portable Sawzall, but those were like those nickel cadmium batteries and shit. So after, when lithium got here, that just really took over everything. And that's why I say, you shouldn't have to use 12 volt anymore. No one should be using 12 volt because, you know, come on, man, look at the size of this. This is 10 years ago. They make the subcompact brushless version of this from Makita. That's smaller than this, right? Use that instead of a 12 volt, whatever tool. I mean, and 12 volt tools don't even last that long. And then I've heard some people make the complaint, make the statement that, oh, well, I don't have to use more power for my thing, for the work I do. And I'm like, look, this is an impact driver, right? Here's my finger. Here's your finger. Here's the trigger. Do you see that? Do that. If you don't want to use more power, don't squeeze the trigger all the way. You don't have to pull it all the way like that. You don't have to do that. You can just do that. Same with the drill. See this drill? Look at that. This is an 18 volt, and it's spinning very slow. You want it to go faster? Pull the trigger. It's variable speed. Okay. So I win that argument or discussion or whatever. Let me see. I had some hair bands here. They were so good. I use hair bands as rubber bands instead for things like this. See? The little latch on that broke. Right here. Broke. I've had this case forever. And I just put hair bands around it to hold it shut. It works perfectly fine. Or if you want, you can get these Velcro things like this and then just put two two together on there. All right, hairbands. Let me see if I can throw this one back in there. Yeah, I'll fit it in there somewhere. All right, so Makita, DeWalt for bits. Like their consumables are good. DeWalt's consumables are good. Their blades, their flapper wheels, or sanding discs. Then Makita, they have good bits too. They have everything that's good at Makita, except for I don't know why they went to do the 12-volt thing. That doesn't make any sense. Why they would waste their time even manufacturing a 12-volt thing. I would like to see them do a 24-volt battery that's backward compatible with their 18 line, because I know you can overvolt tools, okay? And I'm pretty sure Makita could handle an overvolt on the tools being backward compatible. And then that way, because they're coming out with this new battery pack that's 40 volts, like why would you make a 40-volt battery pack when you keep making 18-volt hand tools that you can just double stack? Like their 36-volt line, you can double stack two of these to get 36 volts. But now they're just making one fat battery pack that's 40 volts. And I'm like, that's ridiculous, man. Why don't you just make... Because we're already invested in their tools, right? I don't know what they're doing. Like, they've lost their fucking mind. I don't know who's running that show up there anymore. Come on, 12 volts? Nobody uses 12 volts. I mean, maybe if you've got, like, a Dremel dental tool, and yes, you can use a Dremel to do dental work. All it is a freaking little tiny motor that spins around. And I think the reason why they use the pneumatic ones is because the little airhead is smaller or something like that. I can't really remember what. Okay, so here's my sockets. You want to get yourself a socket rail like this. Yeah, you want to get yourself a socket rail. 3/8 drive socket rail. And I think I have some 1/4 inches in here. Do I have quarters in here? No, I don't have quarters in here. Why don't I have quarters? Maybe because I don't use quarters that much. It's been a while since I've had to actually use tools. But, let's see here. Alright. Get yourself a socket strip. You don't need a complete toolkit, the ones that come in like a case like this, where is like this big. This is 1,000 pieces in it. Why? There's like no sockets. You see, 9. That's a 10. 10 millimeter, 11, 10 long, deep socket 13, 13 long. That's probably a 4. It might be a 15 because I did find GM uses a 15 millimeter socket for some reason. So that's the only time I've ever needed a 15 millimeter was, yep, 15 mil. All right, that's why I've got that one there. Those are all my deep sockets. This must be my spares. Usually I use a 13 or a 14. That's got to be a 15 too. Yeah, that's 15. So 14, 15, maybe a 17. I've used a 17 before. Yeah. Can't remember that's a 16. Why do I have a 16? I don't think I've ever used a 16 millimeter before. All right, so when you get these 3/8 socket strips, you can stack them on the backside too, like this. So you just pull off one end or something like that. which one's gonna come off first? Okay, so you just pull off this side right here and just slide this off, and then you can invert them. So you can invert every other one. So you can have 2 socket strips if you've got enough space in your bag. Alright, so the bag I use a, I really don't understand why people have a tool box, like an actual physical rolling tool chest. What if you have to go somewhere? You're not going to be taking that big ass bag with you, right? And I'll tell you what, you know, one of those $20,000 Snap-on tool kits, you can just build your own tool set just like this. I can guarantee you won't use more than any of this stuff on any light vehicles. The majority of light maintenance vehicles. Maintenance that needs to be done on. Does that fit in here? Yeah, that might fit in there. Let's see if I can get that in there. It's always nice to have a bit extension. For those super hard to reach places. Alright, so that goes in there. Okay. Getting a screwdriver. This one, check this out. Okay, so it has a nut driver here, right? And it has a 1/4 inch nut driver. I think this is 3/8 nut driver on this side. Not labeled, but this is a 1/4 inch nut driver here. So you can use a 1/4 inch bit. If you need to, you've got that. But if there's a 1/4 inch nut or something that you need to undo, this is an electrical one. So you can use that. I like it. It's got these wire nuts on the back side of it. So when you're you know, doing some electrical outlets, you just stick the wire nut in there, or the wires with the wire nut on there, spin it like that, good to go. But it's always nice to have a good screwdriver. You know, so you can grip onto something. Nice, good grip. If this actually had bits, 1/4 inch bits, that would be pretty cool. Then if you ever lose these, you can just use a 1/4 inch bit. I mean, like, if you just, whatever, you get what I'm saying. You can just replace it, because 1/4 inch bits are replaceable. You always got to have yourself at least one good socket wrench, a ratchet, good ratchet, maybe 2. And here's some more other bits that I have. And what I've found is if you having issues with your like a bag like this, poking holes in it, use a plastic water bottle. So what I would do is I have like a small plastic water bottle that I would just throw some bits in, and you can screw the cap tight on it, and you can throw some oil in there so it keeps them lubed up. You know, this bag is mighty dirty. So I'm just going to go ahead and pull everything out of here. You gotta shake it out. It's got a bunch of crap in here. Like, you know, like dirt. See? There's like dirt and stuff in here. Alright, so this is the bag I use. I use this. Here. Spec Ops, made in USA. That's the phone number. Alright, so the reason why I use this bag, and I've had a couple of them, but look, it's heavy duty. And what this is, it's a medic bag. It's a field medic bag. Right? And I use it for my tools. Hold on, I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna go empty this crap out of here. Alright, I'm back. Okay. So what else I do is, since this bag is black, I put a, I just put a little orange tag on it, so I know where my stuff is. And then I also put one of these other little gear tags on here, like this, see? And you can make one of those if you want. Just use some paracord and some orange Gorilla Tape. And you can make a gear tag, a bag tag for it. Also, I put these things on here, these master cable locks, and these are spooling, so I think these go up to like 24 inches. Hold on a second. Okay, so check this out. You see what I'm doing here? It's a retractable cable lock. And you just do that. But what I like about these is that you can lace these through all your stuff and then lock them up. Just like that. And it locks it tight. So when it's locked in, it locks the spool too. Whatever length. Oh, and you can combine these. So if it's not long enough, you can take two of these, stretch them out, and interconnect them. All right. Okay, where were we? Back to assembling the tools. All right, so Klein tools. Don't even mess around with Fluke. Get a Klein. What model number is this? They actually came out with a new one of these that I really like. It also has thermocouplers in it too, so you can do temperature readings. But I swear, get yourself a clamp meter, right? Okay, read your power. Don't even waste your time with anything else. With all those other meters, just get one that does it all. Alright, so, you got your voltage, your ohms. This thing even has a light bulb on it. Okay. Here, let me show you what it looks like. And it's backlit. Right here. See? Backlit digital. Multimeter. Good to Cat 3. 600 volts. Oh, and where's that light bulb at? Yeah, you do this and see the light comes on. It's got an LED light on it. It even has a okay, look. It has a lead holder. It has a probe so you can hold your lead on it and test like this. And it has magnets on the back. Look at that. Working on electrical box, slap it on the side there. It even has a current tester on it, NCV, right there. See? See it? Oh, it'll probably work on this here. Let's see. Current. Anyways, there you go. Everything you need. Amps, ohms, diodes, and voltage. So you can do continuity checks on these too. How you do a continuity check? COL. OL means open. Alright, so you turn it to this little omega sign, which is ohms. And then you just test the two leads together. Oh wait, right here. You want to set it to this if you want to actually get an audio tone. Here's one lead, here's the other lead. Touch the two leads together. It beeps. Do this. Ohms, 0, 0. Let's try something else. Right there to there. So you see how it says OL? Open loop. So it's open, right? Test that. It's making contact. So we have power going through there. If you had a broken wire, and you want to test the wire, you put this on one side, put this on the other side, and if it says OL, that means that you have a break in the wire somewhere, like this. So they're connected, the wire's connected, you have power, or it's connected, right? If it's a break in the wire like this, then you'll get that OL on there, open loop, like that. See, no connection, no connection. All right, basics of whatever. And oh, amperage. If you want to change it, it also does DC. This little wavy sign that you see right here, right here, this little symbol, that's a wave, that's for AC. You want to change it to DC, press this little select button right here. See it, this little orange select button? Bam, and it changes it to a DC symbol. Straight line with dashes under it. DC, AC, DC, AC, DC, AC. Then you want to make sure that you turn it off. And I think it uses 2 AAA batteries or something in there. Here's the back. Not going to open it. Wrap this sucker up like so. Just like that. And that's how I put it away, just like this. 2 leads, wrap it around, make sure you don't have a kink in it. Get your bag, put it away. Take care of your tools will take care of you. Klein tools, Makita, DeWalt. If you use the Cobalt brand, which is, I think, manufactured by Snap-on Tools, or at least some of them are, not sure if all of them are, but if you bring back the socket, doesn't matter what condition it's in, they will replace it for free, no questions asked. Cobalt, that's why I like Cobalt. Alright, so where are we at now? What did I do with that 1/2-inch driver? Is it still on here? No, it's not on there. Did I put it back? What did I do with it? Alright, well, I'll just go ahead and put all these back on here. So, you always want to have a universal joint. 3/8 universals. Socket. What is a spark plug? Yeah, that's a spark plug socket. Here's all these impact driver sockets. 1/4 inch. 1/4 inch to 3/8. Sometimes you need those, sometimes you don't, but you know, whatever, it's good to have them. 3/8 to 1/4, 1/4 to 3/8, 3/8 to 1/2 inch. And I think that's just an adapter, 3/8 to 3/8. Oh, that's 3/8 to 1/2 inch right there. Okay. What did I do? I know I had a clean one. Oh, I know what I had to use this for. Yeah. Changing the rear differential oil on differential fluid on my on the Corvette C7. Yeah. Okay. Extensions, extensions, extensions. 3/4. Is that it? Is that the one we had earlier? Anyways, you can just stack them on. 3/8 to 1/2. And then 1/2 to 3/4, right? Yeah, 1/2 to 3/4. Just like so. That's how you get all your socket extensions on there. And your universals on there. Alright, now here's a good example of only needing one tool. So I only needed this 13 millimeter, right? I only needed this 13 millimeter with an adjustable head, with a swivel head on it, to get it in that angle, or like, you know, that angle or something like that. I only needed one, so I only bought one. I didn't buy, you know, I didn't buy a whole set of these just because I needed just one 13 millimeter that turned sideways like that. Don't buy the whole kit. Just buy the tools that you need. That way you can carry them around. Bit extension. I've had to use these before to get to air conditioner things, or you know, air conditioner stuff. Which brings me to this thing right here, which turns your bits 90 degrees. So instead of getting a specialized tool, a 90 degree you know, drill, you can just get yourself a bit, a 90 degree bit. It's got a little handle on it and everything. I've never had to use this little handle, right? I've never had to use the handle on this, but it's there if you want to use it. And you just do this. Look, you just converted your drill into a 90 degree drill, right? Look at that, 90 degree drill. They make drills specifically that have a 90 degree on it, but you know what? This is smaller. This diameter here is smaller than the not diameter. Yeah, the length or whatever, you know, of the tool that they make to do this at a 90 degree angle. And I'll tell you what else is you need to go longer with this. I've had to have this thing up to 3 feet long, right, to get into a space. So what do? You just put extensions on here to turn this little bit. It even has a lock on it. Why would you go buy a tool, another tool, a 90 degree tool, when you can just put this adapter on here and make this 90? I don't get it. Why would you? If you had to carry your tools around with you all the time, you wouldn't have a bunch of tools that you didn't need. You would learn to use tools in multiples. Alright, so like, here, put these together, there. 14 mil. See, this should go where that 15 is. Tell you what, I don't use that 15 a lot, so I'm going to just put that 14 there. See, 14 is a 9/16. 9/16. 9 millimeter is 3/4. 13, I think, is 1/2 inch or something like that. 10, 11. 11 is a 7/16. This 10 should be right there, though. And 9 and 7/8, 22 7/8. Okay. I guess I'm gonna have a loose socket. I'm gonna have a loose socket in there. Channel locks. Channel lock. Model number 8WC Bravo. Or is that 8? Yeah, 8. 8 Whiskey Charlie Bravo -8. And this opens up to, I think it's 2 inches. 30 millimeters right there. Is that right? No, that can't be right. Oh yeah, because it's no, 30 centimeters is 1 foot. So that's what it opens up to. So let's say, it's gotta be like 40 or something. Oh, it's got inches on here. Hold on. So inches, 0, 1/2, 1, 1.5. So this opens up to 1.5 inches. 1.5, a little past 1.5. And let's see, 30 mils. Okay. And I carry around 2 of those. Let's see. Okay, so let's put stuff in the bag. This goes in first. No, these go in. There's 3 pouches on here. There's two side pouches and 1 center main. Right. So I'm going to show you can get all these tools in this one little carry case. Put the 2 wrenches in the bottom, like that. Okay. Then you put your multimeter. No, not your multimeter. Put these in there first. No, these goes in first. All right. Then you put these in there. What else did I have in there? Oh, I had these in there. Okay, so here for your RJ45 connectors. RJ45, I think this will actually make a coaxial too. RJ45, AP8C wiring. Anyways, when you need to make your, what do you call it? Your Ethernet cables. Bits go in there. Bottom. And this, I always use those. And that. Alright, so that's what goes in the center. And the ratchet. 3/8 ratchet. Sockets all go in one side. Like that. it's 2:45, so we'll put that one there. Okay. So that fits in a little nicer. Loose socket, which is a 15mm. And on the other side, put all your extensions. Yeah, that fits on there. So if you can, make sure you put your extensions together so you don't lose them. A thread file. It's a what do you call it? It's a you know, it's a triangle. It's a pyramid file. See it? And I just use this to clean threads up with. Jumper cable, if you need to jump power, you can use that. That's what I use as a jumper cable. On a starter motor, to see if the alternator, or to see if the solenoid's working. The 90 goes in there. Yeah, another 3/8 ratchet. These are probably the most important tools you'll ever own. Vice grips. I like the needle nose vice grips. And you can get these small ones, but I prefer this brand. If you're going to get a brand, get Irwin Vice. See it? Irwin Vice grip. Not all tools are created equal. The metal and the cut of the teeth is what makes these so damn good. Here's an off-brand one. Okay. It's off-brand one. Now I use these, the small ones, for just like door handles or, you know, knobs on the shower or a car window. You can always use these for something. Always. And these rubber handle ones, alright, I like these, but if you can, get the metal grip ones, the metal handles, because you can use these for welding. You can hold a piece of metal down with these and weld with it. These can get hot. These cannot, because of the rubber on it. This rubber will melt if you're using it for welding. I mean, you can still use it to weld, but you got to remember that this is going to get hot and these are rubber. So take your time, or be quick about your weld. That's what it is. 7 Charlie Romeo. 7 CR. Always have a magnet tray to throw your bolts in there. This will save you so much headache from losing your stuff. See that? it's always nice to have a place to organize your things. But if you don't, then you just throw all your stuff in here and you'll know where your stuff is. If you kick it, throw it, or whatever, the part will still be there. Okay, so this is the tool bag so far. Now we'll go to this one. This is my miscellaneous tools. And apparently there's a bunch of dirt in this too. That's probably just the interior falling out, since it's the same color. Telescoping mirror. Very good. You can also use it for dental work if you need to. I have done this before. I've used it. Look, see how long this thing is? Here. It's still going. There it is. Can I even get it in the frame? Yeah. But this goes like this. Get yourself a good pair of wire strippers. Channel Lock makes some. See that? Channel Lock, made in the USA. Part number 958. Get yourself a pair like this, and not the ones that have this down here or whatever with the crimpers on it. You'll end up bending those you'll end up bending these jaws, and you want your jaws to be straight and perfect forever. So this will do, let's see. So let's say up to 10 gauge. 10 gauge wire. Yep. See right here. 10, 12, 14. All right. Get yourself a good pair of these. And don't use these cutoffs to try to cut anything else other than wire, because you want these to stay straight. Okay. Electrical tape. You can always use that. You always need electrical tape. Don't get crap electrical tape. Make sure you get like 3M. Does it say 3M in there? Anyways, you want to get yourself some good electrical tape. You don't want it peeling off on you. Or leaving some weird residue. Oh, magnet pickup tool, right? Magnetic pickup tool. You drop something that's metal, you can pick it up with this. Get a strong magnet. Okay. Can I get it? Yep, we can get it all the way in that shot. If it's not a strong magnet, there's no point in getting it. Let's see, what can I pick up with this? A fork. Here, there's a fork right there. See, look at that. Can you see it? Put that over there. It will pick my fork up. It will pick up a 6-inch wrench. You want it to be able to pick up the tool. See? It's picking that tool up, and it's not letting it go. You want to get yourself a good magnetic pickup tool. You also want to get one of these multi fine tip fine tip, you know, screwdrivers. Doesn't have to be fancy. It just has to be functional. I like the ones that store in here so you don't lose your bit. See that? Get yourself a 6-inch adjustable wrench. Let me see if this one opens up as far. You want to get the wide mouth if you're going to get one. Yep, they open the same distance. So it doesn't matter if it's, you know, got a little rubber handle on it or whatever, or you got this. Just make sure when you get the 6-inch, make sure you get the wide jaw. The wide jaw. There's no point in getting a standard 6-inch without a wide jaw on it. Don't do it. This one's Irwin Vise. This one's Channel Lock. Don't skimp on the tool. Get yourself one that works, because they make the metal and the parts to work. You know, this is gonna hold up a lot longer than some piece of crap. Can't remember what all these bits were for. Let me see. Oh, I had another adjustable wrench, or another one of these tiny ones in there. Did these bits fit in here? No, they don't fit in there. So there's no point in having them if I don't have the screwdriver for it. The driver for it. Or if these have a pentalobe in it. Let me see here. All right, so I don't know where the driver is for it, but I did like it because the driver for this one, for all these multi-faceted bit things, those actually had an extension. Make sure that doesn't fit in there. Nope, doesn't fit. That sucks. Okay. You know, it'd be nice if they came up with a standard for these, for like all screwdrivers. Like, you know, you got the bits that are 1/4 inches. You got all these little tiny ones that they're not, you know, it's not a standard size micro bit or whatever. So, let's see, what do I got? I'll just set those in here for now until I can find that. Here's another extension, small extension, so I'll put that on this. That's not holding it. All the extensions together. Take this bag. AWP, it's just a little canvas stash bag. wire strippers, micro screwdriver, and electrical tape goes in there. Oh wait. Compact mirror. What size is this mirror? It looks like it's a 2-inch mirror. Let's check it real quick. Let's see, maybe I have a tape measure. Okay, here's a tape measure. Tape measure, it says it's a 2-inch mirror. Yeah, 2-inch mirror. It's not in focus? Shit, I hope that whole video wasn't like that. Alright, so 2-inch mirror. You can also use for dental work, which I have done to check my teeth. Magnet. I think this is a 15-pound magnet. All fits in this little bag, which is, what is this? Bag is a 8-inch bag. 8-inch bag. Electrical tape. Good. This goes in here. It goes on the side with the vice grips. And the jumper. Just like so. Oh, this is a T20 bit. DeWalt T20 bit. That's what I use, those star bits. I think there's one other type, and like a 25 maybe. Something. Anyways. This is why you wear gloves, because you get dirt on your hands. Oh, man, hate dirt. I hate it. Alright, so that's my tool bag that I carry with me the majority of the time. Oh, and the screwdriver. Gotta put that in there, that goes in the center. Right there. And then the tape measure. If you get the Stanley, the Fat Maxes, I do believe they have a warranty on them where you just bring them back to like Home Depot or Lowe's and they'll replace them. I could be wrong though. You might want to double check that, but that's why I get that. And I just use it, like if I was doing framing or something, I would use the 35 footer, but 16 is fine. If I need to figure something out, you know, 16 is 16, 32, or, yeah, 12, 12, 10, 32. 32 feet. Alright, let me see. What do I have? Everything in there. Okay, everything is in my bag. That's it. Is it heavy? Yes, it's fucking heavy. Now, what I do is I put this tool wrap in the center, like so. That, have a tool wrap that I put in the center. So I carry this with me as well. Shit off the table. Alright, so my tool wrap is by a company called Bucket Boss. Original Bucket Boss brand. Getting things done, and preserving your sanity all comes from organization. And that's what we're doing now, organizing our stuff. That's why I have my stuff in this Bucket Boss tool wrap. Like I said, you don't need every measurement. You don't need a 1 millimeter, 2 millimeter, 3 millimeter, 4 millimeter, 5 millimeter, 6 millimeter. Well, you get the point all the way up to 100. You don't need 1 through 100. You only need the tools that you need. Nothing more. What's that say? 8 millimeter. All right. You know, if they could, if the people who made all the equipment just got together and said, look, we're only going to use these type of fasteners, so we only need to make this type of tool. You don't need a 1 millimeter wrench if you don't have a 1 millimeter bolt, right? Right. You don't need a 9/16 wrench if you have a 13 millimeter. Or a 1/2 inch if you have a 13 mil. Right? Right. Okay, so I have 8 millimeter, 9 millimeter, 10 millimeter, 11. This should be a 12. Yep, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 millimeter. And these are gear wrenches. I get the flat ones, you know, so you get better leverage on it. That's why they don't have the little bend in it. Like this one here, which is, this isn't a, this is a Cobalt but it's an articulating one, right? These do not articulate. Why? Because if you're really putting some strain on this, you don't want to fuck your hands up, right? So it's better to just get the straight bar one. Completely straight. It doesn't look straight because I'm using a fisheye lens. Superfish lens from Sandmark. These people is what I'm using the lens from. See that? Okay. There they go. And these are from Gear Wrench. Pretty sure these are from Gear Wrench. Yeah, there we go. Gear Wrench, 10mm socket adapter. This is a 1/4 inch. So you can turn your gear wrench into a driver. Isn't that awesome? Yes, I use these. The 13mm is 3/8 drive. You want to go, it only goes one direction. Okay. You want to put it, flip it, and then it'll go the opposite direction. And the 19mm wrench, open end or box end, whatever you want to call it. Box end here, open end here, open end wrench, box end here. Goes right there. And now you have a 1/2 inch ratchet. Pretty cool, huh? Alright, so I put it all in here in this bucket boss. And I like having my tools aligned, like so. See that? I like having them aligned. So what you do is, what I do is I take this and fold it up like this to the bottom of the ratchets. These all go down. Like that. Fold the bottom up. Take the top. Fold it flush to the top of the wrenches. Fold this in half. I don't roll it up, I just fold it like this. See, these ties are on this side of the wrap. So I have them out here. Fold it in half once. Fold it in half. Fold it in 1/3 of this. And then fold it again. And I tie it, just like so. And then tie it in reverse. Like that, like a little box knot. See it? Bam! So it won't bind up on itself. Right? Now we have the tool bag. And you put the gear wrenches in there. Then you put your little cup there. If you can. I don't think you can, or I can. Maybe I never tried. Try it. See if I can get it in there. No, I don't think it'll fit. Fit in there. There. But this magnet will stick to the tools. Now you can carry your junk around, just like that. Carry your tools around. If you really want to get creative, you can put these in here. You can put the drills cross section like this, like crossbones here. Lift it up. There you go. Now you can see it like this, and you can carry it in this way, or you can just set it there, whatever you want to do with it. Like this. See? Set them like this. But anyways, you can carry it. Carry all the tools just like that. You have your tape measure. You have your cable locks. You got your tool wrap, and you got your Spec Ops medical bag that you use for a tool bag. I don't carry this micrometer around with me much, or these 2 6-inches. Those are more for what do I do with those? Oh yeah, I carry those in just like my day bag, like if I'm just going somewhere type of bag, because you never know, you might need it. Everybody knows what these are. If you're gonna have hearing protection, use these. I like using these. I can't remember what the name of these are specifically, but like a neck band or something, you just wear these around your neck. Just pick them up, bam, they stick in your ears. You want to pull them out, and they hang around your neck. You're good. Other tools that I like to use, this. I love having a no contact thermometer. I got this over at Sam's Club for I think 19 bucks. Vaughn too. It should be like 900 degrees. You want it to go at least to 900 so you can check cylinder head temperatures, especially like in diesels. You'll know if an injector is bad if the cylinder is running hot. That's how you do it. And these use, look at that, AA batteries. Okay, I don't recommend using anything less than or anything bigger than a AA battery. You can get adapters and turn your AA's or your AAA's into AA's. But I don't like using the little 9-volt batteries because not many people use those, or not many chargers use those. You can get yourself a charger like this, and this one is powered by, behold, USB-C, and I think I've had this thing for like 6 months now. I used to use just a regular AA, AAA battery charger, but recently I've just changed over to straight AAAs, all rechargeable. And I've had my rechargeables for like 5 years or something. So anyways, so I've changed over to AAAs. And then this is a AAA to AA adapter. It's just a little plastic sleeve you can get off Amazon. See that? Bam. Makes it a AA battery. That way all you have are AAA batteries. And this is a smart charger. It'll charge up to 21 700s, 18 650s, something like that. Can't really remember. But what I use it for is to charge these batteries. just like so. All right, this doesn't go in my tool bag, just there, because I like it. Alright, that's it for my light duty tools. Now you can pretty much do anything with just those. 90% of the work. 90% of the work you can do with that. I might incorporate this into that little blue pouch. What I have in here, magnifying loop, loop. Now, I'm pretty sure you could use this for like inbox repair. Doing inbox electronic repair or something. What I have are these. And this at Walmart was only, I think, $8. This little Hyper Tough kit. So that's it. See, it says smartphone repair kit. And it does have a Pentalope driver in there. Oh, and a Y000 tri-bit. What I use for the guitar picks are these Fender guitar picks off Amazon, and they are medium size. If you look at those iFixit repair kits or whatever, they're like $60-something or something. I don't know why you would get that when you can just get one of these, or you can build your own, build your own little kit. So get one of these for $8. Okay, let's see, what is it? This one? Okay, this one here. This one here says EST15. That's the curved tip, and this says EST14. Who's it made by? I don't know. I can't read that name. D.O. Des Moines? I don't know. Anyways, Amazon for $6. This came together, and I can't remember if this came with it. And then these, I think, were all $5. $6. I could be wrong. This could have been 8, 8, and 8. So 8 times 3, 16, 24. All right. But I put this in here. Why is this not focusing? All right. So I put that in there like that. I'm gonna keep those in there. Put those together. And put those together. Have a hair tie. Put that around it. There we go. Loops, 5 and a 2. And you can stick them together to make a 10. Other cell phone tools that I have are these little suction cups. These things are pretty strong. And you can get, I got 4 of these for $9 and something cents. So it's like almost $10. That's what they look like. Here's the other two. So you got 2 blue and 2 orange that came in the kit, or came together. Oh, that already looks like it's See that stress color? Or is it just the light? Nope, those actually look like those are stress marks on there. Yeah, I don't know how good those are gonna be. Jeez, look at that. They already look like they're gonna break. That side looks good though. Anyways, maybe if I didn't, you know, yank on them so hard, they wouldn't come that way. Let's see if the blue ones did it. Blue ones do it? No, they're good. I have these little clamps that I got for $1 over at Harbor Freight. I think I got like 8 of them or something for $1. So 9, 10, 30, no, 24, 9, 34, 24, and 10. $34 for cell phone tools. I do have one of these. This is the brand. Meturk? That's it. You just plug something into this and it'll tell you your voltage, amps, and watts. Volts, amps, watts. There we go. Now it's focusing. I don't know why it doesn't. And this thing has a hard time focusing. Seems like I'm gonna use this little hair dryer. This hair dryer. So smart. Okay, what else do I got? Well, that's everything I got sitting on the table here. This was the main thing that I wanted to get done today, though, was this right here. Was this tool bag. This. I'm actually kind of proud of this tool bag. Alright, peace. Alright, I almost forgot. One of the most important tools, zip ties and diagonal cutters. This is how you operate them, like this. You put one finger in the center and 3 fingers on this side and your thumb over the top. That's how you do a one-handed operation. And these are a vice grip. You want to get a good pair of these. Like this. And when you cut a zip tie, when you actually cut a zip tie, do it this way. Put the flat end towards the dome, and then you set one blade, one cutting angle on flush to the top, and the other one you put slightly below, right on top of the dome, and then you pull like that. That way, you leave a completely smooth, no finger cutting, no knuckle cutter top, just like that. So you put it on top, like this, and then you pull it over like that. Okay? Perfect. And don't cut anything else other than wire or soft material, or you'll get a little notch in it like that. And if you need to clean that up, use the little use a Delta file. Alright. And those go in the little blue bag. Peace.